A lot of people have different reasons for getting into real estate, but what was yours? Did you have a why or a motivation that, because like it's very, like I would say, I don't want to say rare, but it's not like a lot of people go into real estate like, oh yeah, I'm going to buy one and one. Like usually there's some kind of turning point or some kind of fuel that's like firing them up. What was that reason for you?
So when I would go to work at the airline, what I started to realize is that when I was having these conversations about real estate with my family and with coworkers, a lot of them were saying, "Oh, be careful. Real estate's risky." And my turning point for me was, I was going to work every single day and I was trading my time for money. And at the time, I was getting paid $100 or 120 per hour, and I was like, "How long can I do this for? Like how long can I travel for the airlines?" And so I really had that turning point because I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. Like, how long are you going to trade your time for money? And that was awakening for me, and that's really what got me on that path to real estate. Is like, okay, if I can make money here, put it to work in real estate, and then get the cash flow to pay off my student loans. I mean, you guys have to realize I was in debt 140 grand. I was in debt 140 grand, and people are like, pay it off as soon as you can, pay it off as soon as you can. And so what I did is I bought a fourplex with the 25 grand, and the extra cash flow that I was getting from the fourplex, I would just pay down an extra $400 on my student loans every month. And but literally by the age of 30 years old, I had $140,000 paid off. I still had the principal, Rob and Dave. Like I still had the principal working for me, and my student loans were paid off. So for me, it was really just that shift at like 24 and 25, because although my uncle was very helpful in my early age, he didn't understand cash flow. He didn't understand having the assets, because remember, he was a builder. He would build to sell for a profit. When I started getting my head right and my mental right, I was like, man, I want to buy it. I want to hold it. I want to cash flow it. And I want to get the benefits that real estate actually provides.
Do you remember just out of curiosity, because, student loan payments, they aren't very friendly. What was the student loan payment like on $140,000?
It was like $600 for 30 years.
What? That's nothing.
But I mean, it was back in 2002, where interest rates were lower, and you paid $600 or $700 per month, and over 30 years, that's a long time, right?
It's over 30 years. Got it. Okay, that makes a lot more sense, because I was paying like $1,000, but it was amortized over 10 years or something like that. Okay, so $600. I mean, not super bad, but obviously, like if you could replace that with income, that was sort of like the goal. You're like, let's chop that out, and then let's start figuring out how to use real estate to sort of fuel the overall wealth of your life, right?
Well, yeah, and everybody was telling me, like, I had 25 grand. They're like, no, you should pay off your student loan. And I was like, no, hang on. Let me go buy a 4-unit. The rents were like $500. So I was literally collecting 2 grand from 4 units. The mortgage and everything was like $1,200. And, after expenses and everything, I had like $600. So I would literally take the $600, double it, and I would just start chipping it down. So that way, when the student loan was paid off, I still had this 4-unit, or I still had that principal working for me.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's cool.